Travel Locations has finally reached the city of skyscrapers, Hong Kong. You know, Hong Kong in local language means fragrant harbor. So harbor and fragrance. So I was just thinking, what kind of fragrance are they talking about? I hope not fish. Thankfully they're not. It's the fragrance of incense. Achoo! I took a very comfortable Emirates flight to Hong Kong, and as we took off I realized the seats on the plane were numbered rather unusually. Starting from A, it went on to letter K, except the letter I was missing. The Emirates crew told me that the letter I resembled either number 1 or letter L in small case, and hence to avoid confusion, they skipped the letter I. Interesting, I thought. Besides being a very comfortable flight, Emirates offers extensive entertainment on flight. You won't believe I ran a full movie marathon watching 3 movies back to back on my 8-hour flight to Hong Kong. And before I knew, I could already see the Hong Kong Islands and its skyscrapers. Yeah, that's my special camera I installed on the tail of the aircraft. Travel Locations, you see, is all about big budgets. If you believed that, you would believe anything in this world. Our luggage came rather early and we had a special guest to receive us at the airport. Hiya! Bruce Lee Bhaiya! How are you? Oh, you're looking so lovely. Yellow color is suiting you, sir. From the Hong Kong airport, you can either take a bus to the city that would cost you around 20 to 30 Hong Kong dollars, or the metro, which is called MTR, costing you between 90 to 120 Hong Kong dollars. Or you can also take a cab that would cost you between 250 to 300 dollars. I stayed at Rosedale Hotel, a cute property in Kowloon area that thankfully served vegetarian breakfast as well. Ah, that joy of poking a crunchy, crispy hash brown. I mean, if you give me the choice between eating a hash brown or dating Deepika Padukone, of course I will date Deepika Padukone. Duh. After stuffing ourselves, we decided to explore the famous local spots in Hong Kong. Our first stop, Ladies Market. It gets its name from the fact that it's a 1 kilometer street market selling most products meant for ladies, where you'll find cheap cousins of Gucci's, LV's and Jimmy's at a dirt cheap price. But more than the crazy haggling at the ladies market, I spotted something that my eyes just could not believe. So something incredible is happening here in Hong Kong, something that I've never seen before. In fact, my mind is totally blown away. I mean, what is this really? There is water which is falling from the sky, like sheets and sheets of it. Like, I'm from Dubai. I don't know what this is, but this is pretty exciting. It's raining! It poured and poured and poured some more, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I think I witnessed such heavy rainfall only after a decade. Ah, total bliss happened. It's raining really badly, so we decided to buy an umbrella, which we'll never use in our life, especially in Dubai. But there's nothing more powerful than a tasty bargaining mall. You can see in the background my mother is happily bargaining for an umbrella at the ladies' market. It's a lot of fun. I think she's going to strike a good deal. Let's wait and watch. As you can see, my happy mother posing with the umbrella. Mama, you finally bought the umbrella, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was the original price?
Original was 80.
How much did you get it for?
45.
45?
Yeah.
50% discount. Jai ho! Desi bargaining mom. You know, as I walked about the city, I understood the fashion sense of people. Most men ditch their shirts to reveal their hairless torsos. Yes, there's a Salman Khan at every corner in Hong Kong. And where there's a Salman Khan, how can Shah Rukh Khan be left behind? Here, arms spreading, smiling, Chinese Shah Rukh Khan. Well, besides Salman and Shah Rukh, there's so much entertainment in Hong Kong. I love the Chinese humor. Check this out. Small man, big pizza. Big man, small pizza. And this one is my favorite. After drinking in the city, we took a cab and reached the Victoria Harbour, from where we took the famous Star Ferry that offers you the most scenic views of the city. This is the cheapest mode of transport, by the way, in Hong Kong, costing you $2 or $3, and it takes 5 to 7 minutes to reach the other side and get down at the Central Pier. Our next stop was the Victoria Peak, which is the highest peak on Hong Kong Island that gives you the best bird's eye view of the city. From the Central Pier, you can take a bus that will drop you at the tram station. Yes, you must take the Peak Tram to go to the top of the peak. The 1.4-kilometer tram ride started in 1888. It has been around for more than 100 years, and it is the quickest and the most scenic way to climb the peak. The line at the Peak Tram is crazily long, so you might want to book tickets in advance or buy an Octopus card, which is the local travel card in Hong Kong. The climb to the peak is so steep that when you look out, the buildings seem to be tilting at an angle, and it's gorgeous. Once you reach the top and come out of the station, you would witness the biggest candle store in the world, also known as Madame Tussauds. And no, these are not two statues. One of them is actually real. Hey Angie, what's up? I finally reached the Sky Terrace and couldn't think of a single word that could encapsulate the gorgeous views of the city. I'm trying my best to find a quiet corner here at the peak. It is impossible to do so because it's bustling with tourists, as you can see. But I'm here at Sky Terrace 428. Why 428? Because it's 428 meters above the sea level. And spectacular views of the entire city from here. You can see the Central Harbour, you can see the Kowloon area, you know the mountains right there? Yep, you can see the mountains as well, behind which is the mainland China. It is super spectacular. You know what's surprising is that nobody has started a skyline or a zip line or a skywalk or a bungee jump from here. You know, had this been in Dubai, we would have started like a zip line from here like many years ago. See, I've given the idea. Now in 2 years or 3 years from now, if you see a zip line from here, the credit goes to. I'm just waiting for the sun to go down so that the entire city is going to dazzle like diamonds. It's going to look even more beautiful. And so it did. From here, you can also see the light show, a symphony of lights that happens at Victoria Harbour. I suggest not to wait because it's pretty underwhelming. Our first day ended with an aimless stroll at the Temple Street night market. You would love the local sounds and the local flavors. You know, people throng at this local joint called Temple Spice Crabs till 5 in the morning, eating, chatting, basically having a good time and chilling. Well, the vegetarian in me was lucky because I spotted a gem too, a Nepalese Indian humble joint that was packed to the capacity and served delicious kulfi. As I took a cab back to the hotel, I prepared myself for many more adventures in Hong Kong. The most exciting and adventurous cable car ride that takes you to the Big Buddha, and of course, the longest escalator system in the world, and so much more coming up soon in the next few episodes of Travel Locations. Keep traveling and keep rebelling.